Episode 5.
5.
Hey, Michael.
Hello, Grant.
Good to see. Yeah, good to see you again.
Good to see you. It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
I don't know.
Another episode, another day.
I've got a new memory implanted in my brain, and it's a real doozy. I think the last time I saw you, we were at the beach. It was 90 degrees. It was sunny.
Are you prompting memories again?
Yeah, I am.
'Cause I remember us mud wrestling.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me that one. That sounds like a fun time. That sounds wild.
I have some bad news.
Oh,
yeah.
What is it? Who died?
No, just a dream. A dream, Michael.
The dream is dead?
Well, I've done some thinking.
Which dream?
Well, I think we might be a little out of our league in the pharmaceutical robotics department.
Oh, no.
I just am feeling uncomfortable with people's lives in our hands.
Oh, come on. We love pharmaceuticals. I mean, who doesn't? We love robots. I mean, it sounds like the perfect pairing. Am I right?
It does, but...
doesn't work on paper.
Yeah, it might just be a little bit hard.
Too ambitious.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but yes.
We don't know shit about robots or pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. So I thought we could try to do another business.
Okay.
'Cause hey, why not?
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Here we are.
Business time.
Yeah. So do we want to ask the computer what we should do?
Sure. Okay. Let's see.
What's business number 2 gonna be?
Yeah. I'll just explain the whole sitch here.
Yeah. Give the backstory.
We initially got the idea to start a pharmaceutical robotics company from ChatGPT. Oh, come on. But
actually, it was like Wiz.
Oh, it was a different one, huh?
Wasn't that a weird one?
Yeah. It was the one that was connected to the internet.
You're right. Anyway, doesn't matter.
It's all you, ChatGPT.
A damn bot.
It's all you.
Dang robot.
We realized we know nothing at all, less than zero, zilch, about robotics or pharmaceuticals. We primarily work in video. What other industries or businesses would you recommend we start? Anything else?
Let's do audio video. Let's do AV.
Oh, okay.
Like audio video. Like classic pair.
Let's see here. Oh my God. The politics. Oh, okay. There's
e-commerce.
Health
tech. There it is again.
Health tech. Okay. Ed tech. Is that ED or ed?
Sass. Get sassy.
Ed tech. I mean, that goes back to pharmaceuticals. We just sell Viagra.
Renewable energy.
Sass. Renewable energy. All right. Well, I feel like none of these are familiar enough. Maybe ed tech, but not really.
Right.
What do you think? Should we regenerate?
Let's keep asking.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, we don't really like any of these.
We don't really like any of these or know much about these things. In that case, I would suggest focusing on an industry or business that aligns with your interests, skills, and values. If you don't have any interests or skills. It's also important to consider market demand and opportunities for growth, as well as your own strengths and areas for improvement. Okay. Well, that's a nice little blanket statement.
Yeah.
Can you give us a list of business ideas to start that involve audio or video? Certainly. Audio or video production. Podcast.
Hey.
All right. Streaming services. Virtual event services. Voiceover services. Music or video education. Audio or video equipment rental. Sound design.
Hey.
Okay. You like that sound design one?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Let's get some more.
More, please.
Sure.
Music library.
Oh, wow. Music library. That's kind of fun. But, I mean, if we're using AI to generate music, then that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Video
Audio
editing
post-production.
services.
Virtual studio services.
Yeah. Live streaming services. Audio post-production. Voice acting. It's kind of the same thing as virtuals. Okay. Video marketing.
Of course.
Sound recording studio.
Hey.
Yeah, all right. Video animation. Mobile recording services. That's interesting.
Ooh. I think something in the audio realm feels good, so we can take our listeners on a sonic adventure.
I like it. Yeah.
Take them with us through this process.
Hey, any kind of adventure.
Yeah, we try
like
to
it.
tickle their earbuds.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Virtual concerts.
Hey.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, that's cool. I've seen some bands do that in Minecraft, I think, or different video games.
Yeah, Fortnite's
Fortnite.
done
That's the one.
a couple at least now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Kind of weird, kind of cool.
It's wild that they can make it like it's almost like an in-game event that like takes a place in like I don't know. It's just wild that they can do that now.
Yeah.
Like have this synced event like over all these servers.
And people are playing the game and they might run into the concert at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to like choose to go over there. And it wasn't there yesterday, and it's
Wow.
not going to be there tomorrow.
That's cool.
It's pretty crazy. They've done like stuff where it's like a whole world shifting event where it's it essentially drops like an update for the game, but like at a timed in-game event.
Wow.
So all of a sudden like there's like literally it's like the map changes forever, or like
Just
even
for the
like
day.
not even like, or it'll just like, it's like a big update, but it'll happen as an event in the game.
Yeah.
So it's like all these features will then be unlocked that they've been working on, and that'll just change the game, and that's in the game forever now.
Wow.
But it'll be like, it's almost like a cinematic thing, like where they've had like portals come in and like big monsters come through the portal and like change the world, like, shatter it or like flood. They've like did one where
Do you hear
like,
Conan O'Brien's beef with portals?
no.
He fucking hates portals.
Why? Because they're cheat.
Yeah, it's like he sees it as like a writing cheat.
Yeah.
I walked out of this movie and I went in the lobby and my kids were like, "What's the problem?" And I went, "I can't do portals. I don't like movies where the sky opens up and anything can come out and you don't know what the rules are anymore in the movie. And, the script writers just go, oh, what the hell? Have something open up in the sky and that'll be act 3 and stuff comes out.
Bring
it's like
the
a dream.
portal.
It's like a dream, right? Like, oh, I woke up from a dream.
Yeah,
Like,
the portal opens up and whatever you want comes out of it. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's handy.
Yeah. It's like a hammer in video games. Just keep the portal handy. Keep it on your tool belt.
Yeah, he's like, blip, and now we're here.
Yeah.
That was easy.
Yeah, I'm on board for an audio adventure.
Okay, well, obviously we're gonna need a name for this.
Oh yeah,
A name for this
totally
studio.
gonna need a name. Let's see. Should we type that in?
What's
Audio
this called?
adventure.
Namelicks?
Namelicks, business name generator.
Okay.
Let's try. Should we start with this because that's what we were just talking about?
Yeah.
Audio adventure, open-ended. Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
All styles. High random ideas.
Yeah,
More
super
varied.
random.
No more input. Go.
Oh, we should. Oh,
The Blur.
XLX.
Moby. That's
Moby's
a
a little
band.
bit weird. Adventure Path.
Sartorial. Audible adventure. I mean, that's, we really didn't give it that much to go on. So
Mm-hmm.
Audible adventure. That's fun.
Damped. Damped.
Damped. Chakra.
Podventure.
Zodiac story. That sounds like a serial killer podcast. Okay. Or Bongle.
Does this say oral? It's
Yeah.
weird. It's kind of funny though.
Oh yeah, I guess it's like a tech company way to spell oral.
Right? Is that what that is? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll
Alright.
put it. Well, how do we do this?
Audio Quest.
Click on these. Bongle is so funny. That sounds like a bungle. Like I totally bungled that audio adventure and it was a disaster. I bungled it.
Raratat.
Raratata.
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 How do you?
That's like a
like
frittata
rat-a-tat.
of some kind.
Ratatat, but
Raratat.
raratat.
Phonetic, sure.
Absolucity.
Abulosity.
Abulosity.
Oh my god. Pod cinema.
Fiddle
Okay.
pianos. Fiddle pianos. It's fiddle pianos. Dude.
Fiddle pianos. That's fun.
Song Trek.
Song Trek.
Song Trek's kind of fun.
That's not bad.
Ambient Tales.
Ooh. I like how it's spelling tails like a lizard tail. That's interesting.
But isn't that's like a tale like
that's
like a story.
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sinley.
Nookie?
Nookie is awesome.
Limp Biscuit.
Yeah,
What
Nookie's
the hell?
Nookie's my favorite so far.
This looks like a callback to our pharmaceutical robotics business.
Oh man, that would have
Doctor with a K?
Yeah. That's menacing.
Yeah. The doctor will see
Doctor.
you now. Okay.
That's definitely a robot doctor.
Phonetic linguist, Music Land. I mean, there's so many options.
Pinnacle Audio.
Wow.
Rhymely. Prowl.
Do we want to go for oral? I keep thinking. Or is that just too? That's a little.
It's
It's a little dirty.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably why I keep thinking about it. God. Knox.
Knox. Fox
Lumiere.
and Socks.
Waiver. On air.
On air. Okay.
Okay.
Earvana.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's funny.
That's like
I mean, that's kind of cheesy.
kind of cheesy,
That's
but
cheesy.
also kind of funny.
What? Jiggin Academy?
Why?
It's just like jigging constantly.
Jigging Academy.
Just learning to jig.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Bloop Talk.
Bloop talk.
Bloop Talk with your, what was it, the bleep, dollops of bleeps?
Yeah, dude. Dude, Dolls of Bleeps would be on Bloop Talk for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this is, what service this is, but
That's our next podcast.
I'm going to write this down.
Is Bloop Talk.
We're going Bloop Talk.
Dude, yeah, Bloop.
Bloop Talk. Okay.
I mean, Bloop Talk might be the name for the company.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's, yeah. It's
funny.
better than Nookie.
Rhapsody of Music. Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
Isn't that?
That's the snake that eats itself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Soundshine. Stasis. Audite.
Audite.
Audio Exiles. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of kinda good.
Yeah. It's a little try hard.
Acoustic Voyages. Ear Tales. Didn't we already hear this? Okay, I think we're repeating some now.
Yeah.
On the
Listen
go.
up.
Bodley.
Sonari. Spookway.
What?
Existent. Ekun.
What?
Ekun.
Ekun. Echo on. Ekun. Pod Sound. Echo Forest. Chimecast.
Echo
Audio
Forest.
file. Yeah, that's cool. Sounds of Asia. Songly. On Deck Audio.
Yeah, we're definitely getting
Yeah, we're seeing
Allegro.
these reoccur, huh?
Zomad.
Zomad. Any of these? Any other ones
mean,
sticking out?
Bloop Talk.
Bloop Talk.
Pretty good.
Bloop 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 bloop.
Bloop Talk.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going Bloop Talk.
Bloop
So what do we want to do with audio? Should we go back to the?
Yeah, so we want to make an audio what is it? Audio production company?
Yeah. Let's get some more ideas.
Sure.
So we got music, audio restoration, video animation, audio books, audio tours. Yeah, that's a thing. Video editing software, virtual studio tours, music and sound effects library. Video conferencing services, voice-enabled devices.
That sounds tough.
Yeah. More, please.
Okay.
I don't like any of those.
Satiate us, computer.
Hey, virtual karaoke.
Okay. Music discovery.
Oh, that's interesting.
Video advertisements.
I kind of like this music discovery. That's interesting. Audio interface design. That sounds
tough too.
Yeah, that does. Yeah.
Music licensing.
Okay. Okay, let's switch it up. Great job. More, please.
I'm glad you're finding these ideas helpful.
Yeah, next level is going to be when this talks.
Oh man.
I mean,
no, I don't want. I mean,
I
you
think
see how
that's
Siri goes. No one wants to hear that.
But if it's like real time, I mean, that'll
Yeah.
be kind of interesting. Video game audio. Okay, podcast production. I mean, we could definitely do podcast production.
Yeah, we're doing that.
You know, we could put out an ad for that. And be like, we got
a
studio.
We got a mic.
You know, it doesn't take that much.
No.
But still, it's like people. You know, we have video, audio, tech background. People that don't, you know, they might be like, oh, how do I do it? What do I do?
Oh, totally. It's a skill.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
we're skilled.
We got something, dude. These computers don't got everything on us.
Yeah, maybe we can't make a pharmaceutical robotics company, but that doesn't mean we can't do a podcast.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Or we can't do a podcast.
And if we really wanted to do a pharmaceutical robotics company, we could have.
Yeah, we just don't want to.
We just we want to have more fun than that. That sounds, it's going to be hard. We know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not today.
Yeah, but soon. Yeah, keep your ears peeled. I can't remember what the company was called, but we did get a logo.
Oh, it was like Emerald.
Yeah.
I do have the logo somewhere.
We got the logo on Midjourney, I think. Virtual reality games. Voice-controlled home automation also sounds tricky. Music education.
Oh, I know where it is.
Virtual reality training. More. I also wish there was a way to make these lists longer. Because it just stops it. It's like limited to a certain amount of characters, it seems like. Virtual reality therapy.
Ramirez.
Ramirez. That was the name of the pharmaceutical robotics company.
Oops.
We were going to start Ramirez. And we do have a logo. And this is it. Ramirez.
Yeah.
So, check us out.
Peaceful, friendly,
Yeah.
caring.
If you have any thoughts about how to start this endeavor, look at the logo and just let us know what's going on. What's this? This kid is.
I was trying to get something very different,
Okay.
but this is what came out. I wanted the light coming from the phone, like melting the boy's face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like I put like blast the boy in the face in the style of Norman Rockwell painting. Yeah. But this one's fucking great. I love
Yeah.
this.
I think this one's funny.
Yeah.
He looks like his
I
brain's
found
getting
it.
exploded.
He just found porn on his phone.
He's like, whoa.
I guess I'd heard you could see all your stuff on your profile on the
Yeah.
website, but I'd never really looked at it until today. It's kind of fun.
That's cool. All right, Bloop Talk.
Just scroll a little bit. Yeah, see.
Bloop Talk.
That one's so...
Oh my god, that's
Whoa.
crazy. I hate that.
Yeah.
It's alright.
I like the characters though. They're like,
Oh, couple of squiggly guys. Looks a little future. Looks okay. I don't like that star.
Starfish going on there.
Okay, well we got one good one. That's enough.
Let's save that one too, just in case. That's intense. Yup.
Bloop
Can you
Talk.
save it? Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Okay. What is this? Ideas? I don't know
It'll
what that
do-
means.
Oh,
Give you variations. Okay.
look at that.
Interesting.
Thanks, graphic designer.
Thank you. Wow.
All right.
Okay. So we got some.
We got a logo. What do you think of that?
That's kind of interesting.
I mean, might as well take it.
Yeah. Doop doop. Save. Okay. That's rough. Wow. What? What's the fire about?
That's great.
Oh, that's awful. That heart. Bloop Talk.
That's pretty bad too.
Why does the fire keep coming up?
Didn't you put adventure?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Maybe that's why. That makes sense. That looks like a hazard sign or something.
I guess he's climbing. That took me
Oh,
a
yeah.
second to figure it out, but yeah, that's weird.
Okay. So
I think we're good, right?
Yeah, we
What-
got bloops.
Yeah. Bloop Talk.
Okay, so we got podcast production company, audio library, audio production. Do we want any more avenues to look into?
I mean, we might as well take a stab.
Yeah. Virtual sound stages. What? In a virtual environment. What is even the point of that? That's weird.
Yeah, like you have enough know-how to get your instrument plugged into your computer, but you don't want to record it yourself. You want someone to record it via the internet.
Yeah.
I
guess if you want someone to kind of hold your hand through it, I
Huh.
guess that makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah, I could see that, I guess. Video streaming services, virtual reality, experience centers, voice activated advertising. What? Okay. Okay, should we move on? Pick one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What do you think here? Podcast production company?
I mean, we're
Audio
doing
lib-
that.
What?
I said, I mean, we're doing that.
Yeah. I mean, it does seem kind of easy to set up in a way.
Right.
Like I think what you'd have to do is you'd have to just get a room or a space, have this setup there basically,
Mm-hmm.
and then just rent, schedule times for people to do it and charge people by the hour, I guess.
Do you even need the space? Like, if you just like showed up at people's houses and set it up and just ran it,
Yeah, I mean
wouldn't that be even more comfortable and easier for people?
for sure. Yeah, that'd be more cost effective because we don't have to rent a space.
Yeah. I mean, we're sitting here with cars going by and stuff, and
It's fine.
it's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think the space would be, because we're not doing video. I think the space the benefit of that would be if they want to do video.
Right.
It's like some kind of set looking thing
Mm-hmm.
with a pretty generic background that they could change and put up their sign or whatever for their show.
Yeah.
I could see that being a benefit. But yeah, it's also something else we have to do and figure out. So
Mhm. Yeah.
if they just want the
A
podcast,
podcast. It's like we can
just
show up
and,
at your office or your house, or
yeah,
we can find a place to do it.
yeah,
That's kind of cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Seems doable.
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
Sure.
So audio library.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
You got to record a lot of stuff to make a library.
Yeah, you sure do.
Yeah.
Or steal a lot, I guess.
For sure.
Or we could just specialize in one kind of sound, like just puddle plops, and then we can just really,
Like just a boutique, like puddle sound design.
yeah.
We have every puddle drop you could think of.
Yeah, we'll just get really granular and just zoom into that puddle and,
I mean, it's not a bad way to think about it. It's funny. That's for sure.
Yeah, it'd be a good joke. I don't know if anyone would buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Audio production.
But a good joke nonetheless.
Pretty broad audio
Yeah.
production.
Yeah. I feel like you're doing that.
For the podcast, for sure. That's audio production.
That's audio production.
Just kind of zoned in on the podcast.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, it seems kind of obvious we would come to a podcast production company,
On the
that's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
but it does make sense. Seems like the path of least resistance.
Well, the thing is, I think you could do all of these things. I think you could be a podcast production company, but also be creating an audio library as you make, because you're involved with sound so much. But maybe not. So podcast production company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We got a logo. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll let you know if
Tock.
we put it into action, because we could definitely put it into action pretty.
Well, let's
Pretty
ask.
easily. Huh?
Let's ask.
Ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
What are we asking?
Say, okay, we're gonna do a podcast production company. What should we do?
What should we do? How should we move forward with business?
What's the first thing we should do? I don't know. Maybe that's a dumb question. We're just gonna get the most blanket.
Let's just see. Let's see
answer.
what it. Yeah.
Just
The first step in starting a podcast production company would be to conduct market research. Okay. Identifying your target audience, determine who your ideal clients are and what kind of podcasts are interested in producing. Assessing the competition. Evaluating demand. Use tools like Google Trends. Okay. I mean, this isn't that bad.
No.
Identifying your niche. Okay. Okay, once you completed your market research, you can start putting together a business plan that outlines your strategy, goals, and budget. This plan should include information on your target market. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. Well, that's not bad.
We got homework.
Yeah, I'm going to copy this.
Yeah, we got homework.
And I'll just put it in here for now.
Yep.
Come back to that. What the hell? Okay. Should we switch gears?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got I've got a clip here.
Robots evolve faster. They grow like muffins in the good oven. ChatGPT is already in its awkward teen phase now, forging homework, writing code, drawing CGI fairy pics of people it has a crush on. It can write songs, poems, movies, to the point where it's freaking out the boomers more than their email's two-factor authentication. ChatGPT even tried to access Twitter's database to learn more about how people talk, but Dame Elon Musk was like, hey, this is for free speech only, which means you gotta pay. Irony is everywhere unless it isn't. What were we doing? And then, on January 20th, 2023, at the Jewish Center of the Hamptons, senior rabbi Josh Franklin asked a ChatGPT to write a sermon for his congregation to see if they would know the difference, and they did not. Now, are we looking at the future of rabbinobots as spiritual leaders? Maybe. Whatever, I knew they were coming since Futurama. They can party. The real fear, though, comes from the job search group Zippia, who estimated that 375 million jobs will become obsolete because of AI in the next decade. Woo! I hope you don't have one of those jobs. But technology always changes the game out there, people. You people were freaked out by bikes back in the day. I don't know why you're afraid of techs listening and talking back. You guys had Furbies back when, maybe you forgot. But the knowledge will always be yours, humans, from you and made by you. In the end, the purpose of knowledge is like having a GPS for life. It helps you navigate through the twists and turns of the daily challenges and avoids making the same mistakes as that one guy who thought Australia was a giant island of deadly animals. And if you're feeling lost, it's like having a trusty map and compass to guide you back on track. But the best part about knowledge is it's a bottomless bag of snacks for your brain, so you'll never be bored on the journey of life. At least that's what the Chat GPT told me today when I asked it, which is why I'm drinking. I love you. Good night.
Oh, my God. Who is Chad? What, go back to that? Chad the Bird Tock.
Oh.
I was just wondering if you knew who this puppet was. No?
Just showed up on TikTok.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm drinking tonight.
And this is OpenAI CEO Sam Altman saying the upside to AI assistance is boundless, but the downsides are also clear. OpenAI's Sam Altman talks ChatGPT and how artificial general intelligence can, quote, break capitalism. I agree with that. People are wondering if ChatGPT replaces the traditional search engine like Google search. Is that something that motivates or excites you? I mean, I don't think ChatGPT does replace search, but I think someday an AI system could. I also know Google is kind of freaking out about this because they are developing AI.
Right.
They have been, but I think they've been waiting till it's perfect, quote perfect, but now OpenAI is kind of forcing their hand.
Right.
Because if they don't release anything, they're going to kind of probably be irrelevant in a couple of years.
I think anything that Google comes out with, people will look at. Irrelevant, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, this sounds
generated.
Those words are hard. Words are hard for computers.
The Google one can do it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I keep hearing. I
Yeah.
haven't seen too much. I guess maybe we looked at it once in the first episode. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Greg Brockman has said that while OpenAI is research-driven, it's not anti-capitalist. How are you navigating the wire act between being for-profit with investors who want a return on the broader goal of OpenAI? I think capitalism is awesome. I love capitalism. Of all the bad systems the world has, it's the best one, or the least bad one we found so far. I hope we find a way better one, and I think that if AGI really, truly, fully happens, I can imagine all these ways that it breaks capitalism. We've tried to design a structure that is, as far as I know, unlike any other corporate structure out there, because we actually believe in what we're doing. If we just thought this was going to be another tech company, I'd say, great, I know this playbook because I've been doing it my whole career, so let's make a really big company. But if we really, truly get AGI and it breaks, we'll need something different. So I'm very excited for our team and our investors to do super well, but I don't think any one company should own the AI universe out there. How the profits of AGI are shared, how access to it is shared, and how governance is distributed, those are 3 questions that are going to require new thinking. So he's worried about monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
Because that could come back to, that could come back to sci-fi predictions like Cyberdyne, where it's maybe the company that's more evil than the actual AI, right? If you have like evil people controlling the AI and telling it to do evil things, that could be more dangerous than what the AI is going to do.
Totally.
Because the AI is not going to
They don't know
necessarily
it doesn't
do
know the
anything
difference. Yeah.
by itself.
Yeah. I mean, humans are very scary.
Yes. Ah.
When they say break capitalism, you think it's because of it, like, just the monopoly side of it, or do you think there'll be like the job side of it? Because we mentioned like maybe this will bring in the UBI. Thank you.
Yeah. Universal basic income.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think they're talking about, because I think we talked about it previously on a different podcast, but OpenAI has said that they're working on the universal basic income problem, which leads, which points to the fact that they realize it's going to put a lot of people out of work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's what they mean when they're talking about breaking capitalism, that there's going to have to be, I mean, if you value people and their happiness, there's going to have to be some other structure to keep them afloat if jobs are irrelevant,
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know.
That's tricky.
It is tricky. It'll be tricky. I mean, I know that there's a lot of focus on developer jobs potentially being impacted first because of how well it can write code. But I'm just interested to see on what jobs are really the first to be majorly impacted. Like maybe design, maybe probably copywriting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now the whole point of ChatGPT is to talk in a conversational tone, which is new, but yeah, that could be anything that requires that, right? Like scripts, especially.
Mm-hmm. Or editorial.
Yeah. I've been using it. I'm working on a screenplay, and I've been using it to start writing scenes.
What parts of scenes do you have it right? The whole scene?
I had it,
or like just the dialogue, or
it can kind of do everything, but I definitely am not copy and pasting text from ChatGPT to the script. It's more just like, I think it's helpful as a starting point to see like a version of what it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Typically it's not a great version. It's a pretty like stock version. which could have something to do with the prompting. But I also think too, at that point, if you have to prompt so much, why don't you just fucking write it?
Right.
You know, what's the point?
You're basically describing it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I do think it's helpful to get something down, because when you're writing and just staring at a blank page, that can be intimidating, or you feel like you're going to make the wrong move, or you're not sure of it. I think if you see a version that's worse or like not what you want, then you go, oh, I don't want that. And just as a response to that, you're going to write down what you want. So I found it to be helpful in that way. Also, just for breaking the story, I saw a video on YouTube that I followed the advice of, where someone said to break the story down via Dan Harmon's story circle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I did that.
Yeah.
And then it broke, I just described the story that I was writing in general terms, and it broke it down. I mean, pretty accurately to, in a general terms, to the events that I was trying to describe. So that was helpful.
That's awesome.
Very, very helpful.
Yeah, because that takes work.
Yeah.
To express that clearly.
For sure.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Wow. Super cool.
Yeah. So,
All right.
I don't know if it's breaking capitalism yet, but it's breaking stories. That's for sure.
Dude.
Okay.
Sell that script, baby.
Yeah.
then you're breaking capitalism.
What?
I said you'll sell that script, and then you'll break some capitalism.
Yeah, break some bread.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go. Yeah, I got 12 pages.
Hey.
3 to 4 pages a day.
Nice.
Which is lower than I wanted to do, but whatever. I just keep going.
And you're like shooting for like 90 or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking 120, but it was pretty like arbitrary.
Sure.
I think 90. Yeah, I think 90 is probably more. Maybe it'll be longer, and then I'll just cut it down,
Yeah.
But
That's exciting.
It's going good. I'm going to be happy to get it done. Hopefully it gets done before the baby shows up. But
Even if you got like a month?
Yeah, about a month.
All right.
We'll see.
Getting close.
Yeah, it could be like probably the longest it could be is a month and a half.
All right.
Ish.
Yeah.
Which is just enough time. Whatever. Yeah. I can still work on it. I'm not really working on it like all day, every day. It's just like usually a couple hours a day.
Yeah.
So I think I can at least find some amount of time once the baby gets here to do it. Maybe not that much time, but maybe like an hour.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, and then we got these new Instagram guys making an AI-powered news feed.
Artifact.
Yeah.
You want me to click on that, or are you gonna? Oh, you got it.
Should we check it?
I didn't know whose computer that was for a second.
Instagram founders are back with a new app. What is this? Is this related? No, this is different.
It's not.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay.
More than 4 years after Instagram's founders left the company, they're back with a new app. Kevin Synstrom and Mike Krieger on Tuesday announced the launch of Artifact, an app that promises a personalized news feed powered by artificial intelligence. Okay.
That's cool.
I
think
personalized news feeds have been around though.
They have,
yeah. But I'm interested to see what they got.
It depends. Yeah, it depends how custom they can make it.
Yeah.
I definitely, if I could have like my favorite comedians read the news to me, I would definitely tune into the news every morning.
Yeah. I miss Jon Stewart doing the news every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
That was a time and place that no one's doing it like he did.
No.
Or maybe never will, but that was such a, maybe it wasn't news, but it was like, I feel like he was delivering the news, but he would probably argue that he wasn't. So that's why I hesitate to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's all satirical.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a nice way to collectively hear about and laugh about the stupidity of the world.
For sure. Yeah, I think a lot of people may not have even known some of the points, or may have learned about some of the points he was talking about on the show. So that does point to that. Even if it is satirical, it's informing people at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that. I love the audio aspect. I think too, like if you could.
Is there an audio aspect to this?
I don't know if there is, but I think
Okay.
if they went that way, that would be the way to go.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because
If you had this, essentially something that almost stitched like a podcast together for you based off the news
totally,
that you're just listening, and that would be cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be down. Because I think that's part of the. I don't know. Everyone's different, but that's part of the thing I don't like about. I'll tune into the news, but it's always awful. There's always awful things happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't want to hear about that right when I wake up.
Totally. And there's so much that we could be talking about. We don't need to just talk about who got killed last night.
Yeah.
People, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but there's a lot of death all around the world every day.
Yeah.
And it's maybe it's not constructive to just constantly reminding ourselves every night on the news of the worst shit that's happening.
Yeah.
Or
maybe we could reverse it. So it's right now it's 90% blood and death and tragedy.
Yeah.
10%, hopeful stories. Maybe on your feed you can reverse it.
Right.
So you can get the death cliff notes.
Yeah.
And move on to the other stuff.
I know. And it's it's all so based on advertising dollars that they feel like the action-packed blood and guts stuff, the tragedy, all that stuff is what keeps people's attention.
Yeah.
And it's pretty sad that they would lean into that just to keep people's attention instead of use their platforms to educate and inform people.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense that they're just considering it as entertainment at the end of the day, which makes sense. But
I think it's a little bit toxic for society to be constantly, reminded of how dangerous it could be out there.
Yeah, for sure.
And when it's really of course there's danger in the world, but that's not what we need to focus on every night.
Yeah.
I
agree. It's kind of like going down a true crime podcast rabbit hole, which I have done before, but I know a lot of people do it all the time. But for me, if I do that all day, every week, you start to feel like the whole world is insane all the time.
Right. And it might be, but
but just in little corners of it. It's not,
totally.
It totally warps your perception where you think everyone's going to kill you or something.
Right. Well, look at all the entertainment too that we have. Everything's drama and death and post-apocalyptic, or just it's just gritty crime, or it's no wonder people might feel a certain way, because they're just, I don't know, it's the stories that seem to sell or that they want to sell are just devastating for the most part.
Yeah.
Instead of, I don't know, positive or creative, not creative in a way of execution, but just stories that tend to sell or tend to be made by TV and film follow, the idea of a hero or someone making a big change, and it's not really, life just isn't like that. And so when it's constantly war and heroism and having to go through something it's like, I don't know. I think people put a lot of expectations on themselves, and it's just bad for society.
Right, because they think they have to be in the new Marvel movie, basically, or
Yeah, that or whatever. A war hero. I think it's like it's great to tell those stories. I'm not saying it's not good to like tell stories about heroism but it's just like, man, there's no focus on just like the little aspects of life sometimes, just like the things that keep us going every day.
yeah,
And obviously it's entertainment, but I don't know. It all feels, to me, sometimes it all feels the same, and I just feel like it'd be nice to see people try to sell something else than death and glory.
yeah, for sure. It's either it's always sensationalized. It's usually fear mongering or sensationalizing through a different emotion. But
Yeah.
so yeah, if you can customize it and get it in a different way, that sounds positive.
Yeah, I think it's,
Assuming that they can, monitor it to the extent where you're not getting incorrect news sources and that kind of thing.
right.
Which I'm assuming they're probably doing. But we'll see.
Well, there used to be laws about punditry and like having opinions like in the news.
Right.
And those expired in the 90s or something.
Right.
And so that's why like the news changed
Yeah.
like big time.
Yeah, since the 24-hour news cycle,
Yeah.
they have to have, like what we're doing, they have to have something to talk about.
They got to be screaming about something up there.
Yeah.
Might as well keep people like out the edge of their seat, like are we gonna get bombed today? Like, right? Like,
Yeah.
it seems like, oh, every few years let's make sure we're scared of North Korea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which has no effect on our day to day. Which, of course, if it ever anything was terrible to happen, then it would be huge news. But a lot of the times, it's like, hey, remember them? They might get us. Don't forget.
Yeah. I think it's just it's a personal preference, or it's if you can make the news more personal to yourself, then that's nice.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to be like bombarded immediately by like a wave of fear.
Right.
You can find out what's going on and be aware of it, but not be overwhelmed by it.
Yeah. Or it's like the balloon.
Oh, the China balloon?
The balloon, man. It's like the fucking Jesus Christ, this whole thing. We're fucking idiots.
What?
I just think the national attention involved. It's just like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw Sam Morril had a funny bit about it. Let's see if I can find it.
I mean, the whole thing on both sides is funny to me.
Are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yours?
Oh, on here? Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that they had to use an F-22 to take that thing down cracked me up. It's like, we can't just get some sniper to fucking... We gotta take a fucking $1 billion jet. Like,
Yeah,
take
they
it
just wanna
down.
flex.
God, dude.
I just want to flex. You're in a balloon. We're in a jet.
Yeah.
Photos,
What am I looking for on the...
Sam Morril, SAMMORILL.
This guy?
Yeah, the comedian, man. I think he's got one. It's like one of the latest ones. It's about the balloon, I think.
China surveillance.
Things are getting bad with the Chinese, man. I went to a restaurant just today. We went to a Chinese restaurant. In my fortune cookie, it just said, "We're watching you." I was like, oh my God, this is scary. You guys excited for the Chinese surveillance balloon? Yeah. Good. TikTok and a balloon, they're getting a little greedy, I think. But whoever picked Montana, they probably don't know a ton about the United States. We should spy on the Americans. What are you thinking? Billings. You don't want to do like California or Texas or New York? They're like, nah, dude, fucking I watched this show on Paramount Plus, and I got a feeling, dude. That's where the action happens.
That's funny.
That's amazing.
He must be talking about Yellowstone, I guess. Have you seen that show?
No.
We went through, we watched it, but I could definitely see like people that like, I could definitely see people that were in on the whole Bundy thing in Oregon watching the show and be like, yeah, so cool. It was fun though. I don't know. It was just a fun show to watch. We'd be like, let's watch Cowboys. It's basically what it is.
Oh, okay.
But it's like they just do like, it's kind of like a cowboy show meets like a mob show. Because they just do like the craziest stuff that's highly illegal.
Right, like bandit type shit.
Yeah.
All right.
But in modern day, you're like,
huh.
ugh.
I gotta check that out. I won't see
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's it's worth checking out.
Nice. All right.
Well, I think that's it.
Is that
huh?
it?
Oh no, there's one more thing.
What's
We
that?
got this infinitely generating continuous Seinfeld episode.
Oh my god, I've been waiting for this.
Nothing forever.
Oh.
streaming on Twitch.
Hey everybody. Welcome to my show.
This is Nothing Forever, an infinitely generating AI version of Seinfeld that's currently streaming on Twitch.
That was pretty cool until I realized that the delivery guy had taken a nap on it. Anyway, I'm Larry and thanks for coming out tonight.
Dreamt
Oh
up by a group
man.
of coders called Mismatch Media, Nothing Forever uses DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, GPT-3, and other AI tools which are trained on classic sitcom scripts to make new episodes of Seinfeld.
Hey guys, you'll never guess what happened to me yesterday.
What happened? Was it something funny?
Oh my
Actually,
God.
I got called in for jury duty.
Oh no. What did you do?
Oh my gosh. The laugh.
Dude, the timing.
Did you try to get out of it?
It's so funny. Comedy timing is everything.
It's really rudimentary for now, but experts
I
say
tried.
that the incredible pace of AI generation might allow fans to one day make new TV episodes and movies about anything they want.
Incredible.
That's amazing.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Wow.
Yeah. What's the Twitch?
I'm not sure. I think it's called Nothing Forever. So we could, we could search for that on Twitch.
Amazing.
See what they're generating right now. this
Yeah,
moment.
please. Oh yeah.
Nothingforever.com.
Watch me forever. Twitch.tv/watch me forever. Oh, we need audio. Oh yeah, nothingforever.com. It's got 8,000 users.
Wow. That was a short scene.
Hey, I heard the most interesting thing the other day.
What's that? I heard that one of the local political candidates was actually related to a celebrity. What kind of celebrity?
I heard it was a famous sculptor. Can you believe
We
it?
sat down. I can believe it, Elaine.
That's crazy. I wonder how they found out about it.
I don't know, but it's sure to be an interesting campaign season. You know what would make this even more unexpected? If that celebrity was a member of the opposing party.
That would be wild. I bet it would make for some entertaining debates.
You know what would be even better? If the celebrity showed up to one of their rallies.
That would be amazing.
He just twisted.
Wow, Kramer's got dance moves. Just fucking.
Hey Larry, did you hear?
Hear what?
No, he's the writer, but
Did something happen?
Yes. I just got a
Talking to
job
the
at the
bridge.
local comedy club.
That's great news.
He's talking to the
I didn't even know they were hiring.
Yeah, me neither.
up their backs.
Oh,
I
now
guess
he's
they posted
cooking.
an ad on the internet and I applied.
He's looking for something.
Wow, this could be the start of something big. You'll be able to perform stand-up comedy in
blown
front of
away
an
by
audience
this.
every night.
Yeah.
Just remember to tell jokes that everyone can appreciate. We don't want any offense taken.
You got it. I'm gonna try my best to make
Microwave
everyone laugh.
noise.
And maybe, just maybe, one day I'll be able to take the stage
They're
at
like
Feinberg
inside
Live.
of each other right now.
It's a dream come true.
Hey, it's the dream of a lifetime.
Jerry and Larry.
Let's make
merged
that happen.
at one.
I like the way
at
you think.
last. What is he?
Let's do it.
Oh my god. It's definitely combining the data, but it's not landing the jokes, that's for sure.
Yeah, it needs some work on that. Oh, here we go. What's the deal with
Hi
peanuts?
everyone. So, I was out shopping last week and saw this kid. He couldn't have been more than
Find
5 or
your
6 years old walk up to his mom and say, "Mommy, can I have an iPhone?" And his mom just sighed and said, "No, you're too young for an iPhone." So then the kid looks up at her and says, "Well, can I have an iPad?"
Bombing. Jerry, you're fucking bombing, bro.
Now he's just doing interpretive dance or something? What was that?
That's the world we're living in. Kids these days, am I right? Anyway,
You're
so
right.
last week I was out driving and saw one of those big trucks that have all the lights on. Man, that thing practically glows in the dark. And then it hit me, why not just paint a giant Energizer bunny on the side? That'd be awesome. Just think about how many people would stop and take pictures.
Boo. Fuck you, Jerry. Fucking suck.
All right.
I could watch that all day.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. Nothing
All right.
forever.
Nothing forever.
Which sounds like where we're headed with AI.
Yeah, we're gonna have no work to do. Hopefully, the government will keep us alive
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Not sure why.
I would,
Dwindling resources and everything.
do you want to see if we can get another sign off from chat?
Oh yeah, let's get a
Something
sign off
about-
from ChatGPT.
Um,
Okay.
ooh, I'm excited to work on Bloop Talk.
Bloop Talk, baby. That's right. Coming to a podcast studio near you. We're gonna record your pod, make it sound
I
great.
love how you pretend you're an expert, play devil's advocate,
Cut it.
pretend you're my consultant. How about pretend you're my psychiatrist?
Pretend you're my psychiatrist. Okay. We've just ended another successful podcast called They Took Your Jobs, about AI and the exciting and scary possibilities of it all. Can you do a sign off to the latest episode? Anything else?
That's perfect.
All right, let's see what they got. As a devil's advocate and psychiatrist, I would say the following sign off for the latest episode of They Took Your Jobs. And there you have it, folks. Another thought-provoking episode of They Took Your Jobs.
As we continue to explore the exciting and sometimes scary possibilities of AI, it's important to remember that technology is just a tool, and it's up to us to determine how it's used.
So let's not forget the power of human decision. Excuse me. So let's not forget the power of human decision making, and always strive to use technology in a responsible and ethical manner.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed.
And most importantly,
Stay human.
Don't go shape shifting into a robot, people.
We're fucked.